California fires and the lives of those that will be forever traumatized by that disaster. Just give them silence. This prayer that I put together that is deeply rooted in my belief and my stance to encourage, to love, to honor those that are an earshot of my voice this evening. As you bow your head, privately pray with me, and together we will seek God's face and guidance as we spiritually unite as one. Father, we come together in your sight, praising you so that we may walk in faith, not by sight. And if as a community we continue to walk by faith and not by sight, our decisions will be made by you that others have been not able to do, we will be able to do, and it will get done in this community. And not because of who we are, but because of whose we are. Heavenly Father, you your words that if two or more are gathered in your name, you will be in the midst. And anything we agree upon shall be done by you to glorify you. So as we touch and agree spiritually and physically on the things to be said at this State of the City address, guide our tongues and our thoughts and our minds. Let us be humble, let us be loving, and let us have wisdom to be able to make the right decisions on the things for this community. God, we thank you for the listeners who desire to pray for Boulder City, who have a heart for people, and who love discernment within their government. Right now in prayer, we intercede for our leaders, for our family members, for their burdens to be comforted in the faith and their faith increase. We lift up all those in authority over the city. We pray that your spirit rests within each of them, and that the light that is viewed by our community and our city burns even brilliant than ever. We pray that godly wisdom enters into the heart of our mayor, and that your spirit reign, rule, and abide in him all the days of his life. God, we ask that you surround our mayor with leaders who have ears to receive godly counseling, a humble heart, and have a level of integrity that is right in your sight. May our city leaders remain diligent with looking out for our elderly, our children, pets, veterans, officers, firefighters, first responders, teachers, staff members, volunteers, pastors, preachers, bishops, and clergy. And God, as I went out, please charge it to my head and not my heart. You know who they are, and that's what matters. God, help us to build a better relationship with each other and to help our city continue to thrive through our relationship with you. May our city government leaders make decisions that will promote godliness and continue to work your plan for the city. Please help us keep evil and wicked men and women from influencing our leaders and families. Provide us with the power and authority to forgive others and to love on them as you have done for us. God, as you prick the hearts of those that have sinned or continue to sin, let us not forget how far you have brought us and how much you have changed us and this city. We look forward to your glorious work to be done through the gifts and the giver in our community. We give you all the glory and the honor in advance of the city address and all that you will do. It is in Jesus' name I pray it all. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Thrower. Next, we are going to have the national anthem that will be conducted by the Garrett Junior High School's Advanced Choir, Amanda Hall. Thank you very much to the Garrett Junior High School's Advanced Choir. It was very, appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. You may be seated. Tonight, before we get to the mayor's address, he has asked our council members to share a bit about what they're doing on behalf of our great community. Let's take a look.
Sherry Jorgensen. I'm Mayor Pro Tem and City Council member for wonderful Boulder City, home that I love. And I thank you for this opportunity to start a second term. I've been asked to share a couple of the specific boards and areas which I've been able to serve on during my time here at City Council. Education is my passion. I'm a teacher by profession. And when I was elected, there were 2 boards that I was able to serve on that allowed me to use this area and allowed me to use the passion that I have for our community and the youth in our community. One of these is the Boulder City Community Education Advisory Board, and the other one is the Clark County School Oversight Panel for School Facilities. Those are mouthfuls, but in essence, what it allowed me to do was to come and protect the opportunity for us to be able to have all 4 schools in Boulder City, as opposed to what they were discussing, which was taking our 2 elementary schools and one of our junior high and putting them together as a K through 8. So hearing your concerns and frustrations, teachers' input, I was able to go to my Clark County School District Oversight Panel and discuss it and tell them about what the people in our community cared most about, and that was our tradition of 4 schools. And we were able to be heard and keep our community as is. Since COVID, many in our community have experienced a number of different kinds of struggles. When the city was granted American Rescue Plan Act monies, also known as ARPA funding, I was grateful that the city earmarked funds for Clark County School District, specifically Boulder City schools, to support our community schools. They also were able to, and when I say they, that's us, help the Boulder City Hospital Community Resource Liaison with the mental health that was a problem and recovery court. We also were able to give youth activities to the youth in our community so that the kids were able to get out and start playing again. So learning and playing. Those efforts are paying off. We're happy to report 69% of our sophomores who took the PSAT were considered college and career ready in the evidence-based reading and writing benchmarks, well above district levels of 50% and state levels of 54%. Go Boulder City. Yes. Over 240 students were on the AP honor roll. Girls golf team won 3A, making us change our sign out front. It's the 135th state championship for Boulder City High School. Go Boulder City High School. Girls and boys tennis teams were state runners up in 3A. Band and color received the at competition since COVID. As you can see, we're recovering and we're doing it well. Today, I see great partnerships between City Hall and our schools. I'm excited about it. I see our utility department teaching children about careers in utilities the past 2 years for Public Power Week. And if you don't think the kids are excited to take a look at those big trucks, you should see their faces. time, King Elementary just had a day where we were able to talk about city employees and their experiences, and students got to come around and ask us what we did. I have to be honest, I participated, and when I did, one of the kids said to me, "Can you tell me how much you make?" And I said, "Sure, I'll tell you how much I make." I told him, and he said, "I think I'm going to go to the other person's." So it was a good time for the kids to understand what it is the community does for them and what they can do in the community. Thank you so much, Mayor Hardy, for giving me an opportunity to talk a little bit about what I'm able to accomplish because of the help of people in our community. We love our residents here in Boulder City. We love the opportunity to serve them, and we're proud of you.
Hello, my name is Denise Ashley, the newest city council member. After 20 years of military service and traveling abroad, I chose to live in Boulder City, Nevada. I immediately saw the love for veterans in Boulder City through organizations like the Southern Nevada Veterans Home, a 4-star facility and home of 3 World War II veterans. The Southern Nevada Veterans Memorial Cemetery provides free burial to all veterans. The Patriot Guard Riders, they ensure dignity and respect at memorial services, and every Thursday they honor unaccompanied homeless veterans who have passed without family. The Boulder City American Legion Post 31 and the Concerned Veterans of America advocates policies that preserve the freedom and the liberty of our servicemen and women. Shane Patton is a modern-day war hero who paid the ultimate sacrifice and will soon be memorialized at Wilbur Park. For years, I've coordinated the Wreath Across America Day, which is the biggest military event in Boulder City honoring veterans. It has been my honor to serve God and country, and now to serve God and the residents of Boulder City. Thank you to Mayor Hardy and to the council for the warm welcome. I'm looking forward to a new year chock full of new beginnings, energy, and excitement. And for those in the audience who are military, I have one last thing to say. Go Air Force.
Hello, I'm Councilmember Coker. Since being elected in 2022, I have been grateful to help fellow Boulder City businesses, whether it's navigating city codes or being a voice of support on the City Council. The vitality of our business is critical to our community. I keep that perspective in mind when making decisions on behalf of our residents. I'm delighted that our Chamber of Commerce and our Community Development Department staff work hand in hand. Their efforts help keep the business community strong, informed, effective. The Chamber recently embarked on the Main Street America program designed to create stronger economies and ignite the community involvement. Boulder City joins more than 2,000 communities across the country in working to bring economic vitality back to downtown districts while celebrating their historic character. I appreciate the hard work done to protect our historic district, the historic design, our guidelines passed last year, aligned with our vision statement, committed to preserving our status as a small town with small town charm, historic heritage, and unique identity while proactively addressing our needs and enhancing our quality of life. I was grateful to work with every city department as we earned the prestigious Enterprise Risk Management Excellence Program Award last year. The award recognized the city staff and their outstanding performance in enterprise risk management, as well as their commitment to health, safety, and welfare of the community. Boulder City is just the 6th community in Nevada in nearly 3 decades to receive such high honors. Thank you, Mayor Hardy. I appreciate the opportunity you have given me and this council.
Hello, I'm Steve Walton. I have served for 2 years on City Council, halfway through my first term. During our City Council service, we have the opportunity to be nominated by our fellow council members to serve on various boards and committees throughout the county. One of my duties is to represent Boulder City as a member of the Las Vegas Convention and the Visitors Authority Board of Directors. The Convention Authority was created to promote and market the Las Vegas area as the world's most desirable destination for leisure and business travel. In order to accomplish that goal, I work together with representatives from the other communities, as well as the executive staff, to ensure conventions, sporting events, and entertainment to Southern Nevada. Approximately 6 million visitors to Las Vegas expand their visit to areas outside of the Strip and downtown areas. I have the opportunity to champion the recreation and historic significance of Boulder City and our surrounding area. I serve as Boulder City's representative to the Southern Nevada Water Authority and the Colorado River Commission as a part of that service. We are all aware of the decreasing levels at Lake Mead, which is the source of 90% of our water supply. The entire Southwest is facing challenges as more than 2 decades of drought take its toll on the Colorado River and Lake Mead. Our community takes pride in being clean, green Boulder City. My efforts with the Water Authority are to help Southern Nevada work together to remain cool, clean, and green while finding ways to preserve our water resources. We have made strides in achieving turf reduction where it's possible, striving to save the trees in the process that provide shade and cooling to our neighborhoods. My hope is that our combined efforts within the community will help us avoid further water reductions. We've also come a long way in our discussions regarding decisions about the wastewater feasibility study here in Boulder City. The Water Authority has spent the past 14 months working with city staff, and City Council could be making decisions on our next steps later this year. I am proud of the efforts of city staff to work with our residents and find sensible, sustainable solutions. Thank you for your trust in allowing me to serve you on City Council.
Thank you, members of the City Council, for your presentations. And again, thank you for your service to our community. Please, another round of applause for our City Council. And now for the mayor's presentation. Mayor Joe Hardy lives a life of service. A retired physician and teacher, he has served the Boulder City as the City Council from 1999 to 2002, as a Nevada State Assemblyman from 2003 to 2010, State Senator from 2011 to 2022, and he was sworn in as our mayor in November of 2022. Mayor Hardy and his wife Jill have 8 children and 22 grandchildren, and this is his 3rd State of the Address. We're excited to hear what you have to say, Mayor, so please welcome Mayor Joe Hardy.
I'm kind of excited about what I'm going to say as well, and I haven't quite made it up my mind yet, but I do want to thank our choir, and we have at least one representative still here. You can take the accolades for everybody. Please stand up. Councilman Walton, you recognize that young lady?
One of my favorite granddaughters.
Okay, thank you. And one of the things that we do have too is we have people who have been elected or serving in local areas, and I've got a big long list. I do have to say that Sonny, who's going to stand up right now, has a last name, but I never knew it. Sonny and I have known each other for decades, so Sonny is with the governor's office, and this is where you clap. And he's also got somebody who makes sure he does what he's supposed to do. Liz Ayumo, would you like to stand up from the governor's office? Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to get without feedback by getting closer to other people. Ron, who was sitting right there, needs to stand up, who's with Clark County School District as a superintendent. Thank you. Appreciate you coming and being with us. And the 4 principals all want him to stay. At least that's what they just told me. And speaking of principals, Jason Schrock is with us from King Elementary. Tracy Echeverria from Mitchell, and Melanie T-Man from Garrett. And we also have Amy Wagner, I think. Yes. Tina Titus's representative, Kate Menning, is here somewhere. There you are. Thank you, Kate. Thank you for being here. If you could tell the good Congresswoman that we appreciate her sending you so you could be with us and carry back anything that we want more of. Thank you. Appreciate it. Lynn Goya, our county clerk and Boulder City resident. Lynn's claim to fame is she's married to Alan. And Dan Stewart, city councilman from Henderson. And he's related to his son, Dan. And we appreciate both of them. And we have, I think we have another, yeah, Monica Larson. If you can stand up, Henderson councilman. We appreciate you too. Judge, we have 2 judges now. And they are somewhere. We have a Judge Tillman. Elected Judge Tillman and Judge Miller. And we have the city of Las Vegas represented somewhere. But they're invisible. And we also have city of North Las Vegas represented. There we go. Good job. Stand up and wave better. And Zach, were you representing the city of Las Vegas?
Sure. I'm just here for you, Doc. That's
Okay.
it.
Thank you, appreciate it. We also have a prior city council person from Boulder City, Nevada, the best city in the world. Judy, where are you? Oh, there you are. She doesn't need to stand up. Thank you. And we also have a former mayor of Boulder City. Is Rod here? There he is. That's Rod Woodbury. And anybody else who thinks they're important, could you stand up right now?
Peggy.
Peggy Levitt.
Okay, Peggy. All right. Peggy Levitt. And going. All right, we covered our obligatory. There's somebody else. Looking at my clerks, I'm done. So thank you much, see y'all later. Oh, so speaking of, I have a new tradition. Before every state of the city, I take a drive around Boulder City. And just look at the city and see what's there and what we have to offer. And so every time before a state of the city, I do that. It's my tradition, and this is the first year I've done it. But I do thank you all for being here tonight. I appreciate the city council, and as you recognize, we don't do anything alone. The mayor actually, quite frankly, the mayor doesn't actually do anything. But we don't do anything alone. We work together as a council. And we do it in a way that it's the consistent open meeting law. And we try to, in the open, in front of everybody, we talk. about things that we're going to do and things that we want to do. And so my council is wonderful. I appreciate them, and as a group and as a one body, we have been able to talk things in the open and get things done. And if they would like to stand right now and take their due accolades with a good round of applause. And Tim Kelly, who's doing the microphone stuff, is here, and he offered to play the theme for Rocky for the city council. But they truly are champions. There you go. And we know that that's compatible with the copyright law because you can get away with it for 10 seconds to 20 seconds. So don't report me to anybody, Mr. Eland, okay? We're grateful to be living in Boulder City, and we have a great staff. It's not just the electeds, but we have a great staff. And I have put out on the table here my napkin. And you all know how you make a deal. You take one of your napkins and you write on the napkin deal is that you're making. And so I had my city clerks in a room, and I said, this is what I want to do. And I wrote down, except they didn't have a napkin. So I got a paper towel. And on the paper towel, what was important to me, what we wanted to do. And over here in about 3 years ago almost, or 2.5 years ago, I wrote down what to do, and the napkin, otherwise known as the paper towel, is now sitting on that table as to what I wanted to do. The number one thing that I put on there is I wanted to retain my people. Now you're standing up. But he left. And then my city manager left. And so I had these people, my whole thing was I wanted to retain my people, and they left. And then an interesting thing happened. They were replaced. And they were replaced by good people and by some people who were here already. And so within the ranks of our city and city staff, we had people coming up through the ranks in order to be able to stay here in Boulder City and keep us going. It has been a real blessing to have so many people who are willing to not only stay, but to serve. And so at this point, all of you who are the finance director, the utilities director, the public works director, the parks and rec director, the acting chief of fire and police, and Judge Victor Miller, and attorney Brittany Walker, and city clerks Tammy McKay, et cetera, stand up. So much of what they do is so important to every one of us that lives in the city. Now, the other thing I've noticed is that there are so many people who care about the city of Boulder City, and so they're involved with doing stuff. Serving on commissions, serving on committees that were appointed to. So everybody who has ever, including now, served on a Boulder City Commission, a Boulder City Committee, stand up. Ever. Thank you. And much do you get paid for doing that? Oh, yeah. But if we raised your salary by twice? Okay, they can do math too. But we have been so blessed with having these people and serving. The city council makes the policy theoretically, and the city manager and the city staff implement that policy. And it's how the system works. And we are so blessed to have so many people who come up through the ranks and help us in the decision-making process. And so I keep telling Michael Mays, in fact, Michael Mays was the acting or interim city manager now twice, and he's looking forward to ending that part of his career on this second time when our new city manager comes, and theoretically in March or April or somewhere. But Michael Mays has done a wonderful job. Thank you. So our city clerks, I've already said how much I appreciate them. I don't think Matt Fox is here, at least if he is, he can stand up. But we had Matt Fox on the city council and appreciated his service while I was working with him as well. The theme tonight is empowering our people and enriching our city. And we have a strong workforce. Julie Calloway, when I say your name, just pop up and then sit right back down. Good job. And our Public Works Director, go ahead. And the good thing about this particular Public Works Director, Gary Poindexter, is he lives across the street from me. So yes, he gets up early every morning and goes to work, except on Friday or something, except he actually does that. So we have all of these people coming up through the ranks and doing what they need to be doing. Chief Greg Chester, are you Greg in your uniform somewhere? Here he is. Thank you. We actually opened a nationwide search for parks and rec and public works, and lo and behold, we found them in our own backyard. Such a good deal. I appreciate that. And through early 2020, 2025, Boulder City had a strategic plan, and the city council and the city staff engaged the community in developing, with the help of a firm called Emerging Method, using surveys and workshops about what we wanted to happen in the city and where it was going. And so with these surveys and workshops, and we created actionable goals, we got the plan approved recently, and so we are thus empowering the people, like as in we the people, as where we want to go and what we want to do. So this has been a very collective effort for what we want to do. And so if you want to see the strategic plan, they couldn't actually spell the whole word because of enough bytes or something. So bcnv.org/strat plan. You go on that and you'll be able to find out what the strategic plan is. And as we go to the next slide, we are appreciative of people who have been involved with the accessibility that we have, either sight or hearing or walking. But we need to allow everybody full access to everything that we do in the city. And so we have had a very active group who came up with suggestions that has involved staff training and city hall access, and public access through the whole city. So we've been appreciative of what they have done. We received actually $600,000 from the RTC to address ADA and pedestrian improvement. And I learned something, you know, those little yellow things that are on the walkways from the street to the The donors. Yes. So go ahead and explain what they are.
Okay, so when the ADA first got started, we had to do ramps so people in wheelchairs could get down the sidewalk. But people.
I'm going to get so close to you that you can talk in my mic.
Oh, right here, right there, okay. So when the ADA first was initiated, we needed to create ramps so people who use wheelchairs could cross the street, could get over the curbs, right? Well, what happened then, people who are blind were getting killed because they used that curb to let them know when it was right to cross, going down with their cane, crossing, and then going up with their cane on the curb. So about 2 years, 1992, the government decided we need something to let people with canes know they're crossing the street. So when you see those domes, that's me using it so that my cane can feel it, and I know I'm at a curb cut. So they're called truncated domes, and now you're all really smart, you know truncated domes.
Okay, so we have the members of that committee. I'll name you out loud, and so you've been outed. Angie Rodriguez-Sobris, all of you can stand up. All of you can stand up right now, in fact. Alan Goya and John Curtin and Anita France and Kendra Howard and Cindy Swanson and Deborah Fingan and Pam Carrillo. Thank you. Appreciate what you've done for us. And we have elevated our transparency and our access. Our clerk's office, you can register to vote, you can get your passport, you can get copies of the agenda in hard copy for those that haven't figured out electricity yet. Public records requests, you can pay bills. Everything that we can do now is so easy in Boulder City. And if you have any problem, you just ask me and I'll tell you who else to ask. So there. And then when you look at the clerk's office, those are our clerks there. Tammy McKay is the city clerk, and then the assistants. And fortunately, we should give a shout out to Tina Pickens, because she's responsible for the decorations that we've had today. And she told me that she was going to retire, but she's not even in her seat, so I don't know if she left her. Oh, there she is. Tina, stand up. So you get all of this stuff online, bcnv.org/proclamations, agendas/streaming. If you have nothing better to do, you can actually watch our city council meetings and some other meetings. I wouldn't admit it to anybody, but you could do it. The city finance director, do we have Cynthia here? There she is. Cynthia is our finance director, and she could probably tell you how much we're in debt and how we're going to pay off our water line debt by 2033, and we only owe $14 million more on it, and we're okay, we're in the process of doing it, so don't worry. And we all appreciate, especially the finance department, because we've won the Triple Crown designation for government finance officers in the world. You can get all of this online, the budget and where it's going and how it's doing. One of the great things we have is the concept of See, Click, Fix, which empowers our people to say the sprinkler was broken, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, or the dog was off leash, or da, 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 da. So we've actually had, since we started this, 3,858 reported concerns and 3,591 resolved. Huge. So before we had that, it was a challenge, but now we've got it, and we appreciate how easy that is. You can also see where if your power goes off. I don't know if we have a slide about that, but you can actually, if your power goes off, you can go to see Quick Fix and or to the bcnv.org/outage, and you see the map up there on the right-hand side of the slide. That map will show you where you are, but it will also show you where a power outage is. And so you could call and say, where's the outage? And they'd say, well, you should know because you're looking at it. And so you will know as soon as we know, and as much as we know. So it will empower you to find out, where the power is, and obviously when it comes back on. And I recommend, in order for you to find out if the power's back on, you turn the switch off. It's a new thing. Speaking of power, we have the Dark Skies project, where there were a lot of lights around the town that were out, the traffic, or they were dim. And so we had an idea that we would look at how we can rectify that, and we came up with new replacements in a process of being replaced. And I think maybe the Dark Skies project was given a little leg up because when those lights went on, you could see the stars back better. So that gave us maybe the hint that we got the lights that go down instead of up. And so we will qualify for the Dark Skies tourist attraction. Who knew? Yeah. And Director Joe Stubitz, we have, you can stand up, I think we have 929 lights that have been installed. And so we're doing pretty good. And all of those are going to be replaced. The municipal airport is the third busiest airport in the state of Nevada for what we call enplanements. People that get on a flying machine and go somewhere and get off of a flying machine. That's all inclusive of helicopters and planes, etc. So we have a very busy airport, and it's right here next to us. You can fly out over the Grand Canyon, come back in the same day. The power that we have is going to be upgraded from a 4 kV to a 12 kV, and the bottom line is it will be able to deliver more power to places that we're trying to have economic development. One of the challenges that we had with one particular place is that it would use more power getting to it than the hospital was using, and it was just a little motel. And so this will help develop the business corridor as well as the whole city of Boulder City, and theoretically help us with our power outages, etc. Rafi is the only one that doesn't know how to pronounce his last name. Distinction. You could stand up, Rafi. Everybody knows that. So Rafi is in charge of that economic development process. Jill Lagan works at the Chamber of Commerce, and I have to say, I met with Jill Lagan and Larry Bender, I think in about 1917. Oh no, 2017. She's old, but she's not as old as I am. And we were talking about the Railroad Museum and what we were going to do. And so Jill, who's in charge of the chamber, has been working on that for a long time. And the dirt that you're seeing being moved on the corner of Boulder City Parkway and Nevada Way, that dirt being moved and is for the Railroad Museum, Southern Nevada Railroad Museum. We received a grant to do that from the legislature a couple of sessions ago that is worth $25 million. Another tourist attraction for the city of Boulder City. The police department, with good reason, says we're the safest city in Nevada. We have the I-11 corridor that brings things to Nevada, but our police and our safety, our state safety, is very good at policing that particular area and helping prevent some of the things that we don't want brought into the state of Nevada. The Park Service, bless the Park Service. Anybody from the Park Service here today? We're so happy with the Park Service. We have partnered with the Park Service for our dispatch. And it used to be we had a dispatch right here in Boulder City. How many were working at one time? One or two? This is technical adjustment. Thank you, Tim. So it was kind of interesting because if you're one person dispatching and you have multiple things, then physiologically you have a problem. And so when we partnered with the Park Service, we have this beautiful state-of-the-art dispatch center that we can partner with the Park Service. I'm so glad that we're able to do that and enhance the capability of the city and the Park Service. The Park Service likewise has a bigger fire engine than we do that carries more water, and so we're able to use the fire engine and in a partnership, as it were, with the emergencies that we have. We have 75 homes basically in Boulder City, and it's sobering when you look at how many homes we have versus how many homes don't exist anymore in Southern California. So the fire down there literally has destroyed twice as many homes and twice as big area as the Boulder City town site area. So it's very sobering as we remember those in our prayers. They appreciate our help anyway. We have our fire people here, Josh Brown and Aaron Fleck and Nicholas Giles and Michael Porter and Robert Acevedo. Are they over there in that corner? Thank you, Josh. So those are our men who have helped us, and they have a special night where we honor them and appreciate what they do for us. Next slide. We've partnered with the hospital, helping us with homeless, for instance. Jennifer Hedlund and the city have partnered to hire her to help us with our needs with the homeless and any other things that we need that we're required to do. Judge Miller has served. He's retiring or trying to, but we're not letting him. He will be a senior judge overseeing the municipal court as we search for a replacement. And one of the nuances of a senior judge, in case the newspaper cares, is by rights, by law, we have to pay the senior judge what he was paid before. So we magnanimously agreed with the law, and we appreciate you staying on with us. Thank you. And he's been an integral part, as has Judge Tillman, in the, go ahead, stand, Judge. In the cycle recovery program. If you ever go there, they're both there doing their diligence, and we appreciate your service. Thank you, Bill. Public schools, we heard from Councilwoman Jorgensen about our public school people who have been so instrumental in raising our children because we didn't care. But trust me, they earned their money. We do appreciate them. Anecdotal experience. So I live in Boulder City, and we have schools in Boulder City, and the teachers know the parents. And so I'm minding my own business one day, and in my office, one of the teachers calls me up and says, "Do you have any idea," probably shouldn't say her name right now, "what your daughter is wearing today?" I said, "No, I'll be right down." So I leave, I go down, and I met with a phalanx of teachers and counselors saying, "Don't take her out. It's testing day." I said, okay. So that's the kind of thing that nobody else has. I mean, that's what we have. We have educators who know us, know our kids, and care. And it's such a good partnership. We appreciate you folks and what you do and how you do it. Thank you so much. Am I done yet? Oh, I'm almost done, I can tell. So we are done on the slides, apparently. When he cuts it off, I assigned a young couple over here to just cut me off.
Maria, proud principal of Mitchell Elementary, focused Leader in Me Lighthouse School, thanks to our impactful professionals, students, families, and community. We currently have 361 students in our pre-K through second grade classes. We have 103 active volunteers in our school. In our school performance plan, we have set the goal to ensure the majority of our students read by grade 3. Our current data indicates that we are on track to meet that goal. The Rotarians of Boulder City continue their enthusiastic support of our school, offering mini grants to every teacher to purchase supplies, support for Leader in Me professional learning, and family night during Nevada Reading Week. This event is also supported by the Friends of the Boulder City Library. Boulder Dam Credit Union continues to promote the financial literacy of our students. As a school, we benefit from our volunteers and the Mitchell PAC. In addition to donating their time, they help our school raise money essential to supporting our classrooms. Thank you for this opportunity to celebrate the community, staff, students, and families of Mitchell Elementary.
Hello everyone, my name is Jason Sharp and I'm the very proud principal of Martha King Elementary School. It is my honor to speak to you tonight during the State of the City address, and I want to thank Mayor Hardy and our incredible City Council for this opportunity. Let me begin by sharing our annual goals. As you can imagine, those goals are mostly academic with a focus on improving math scores as well as opportunities for increased instruction in STEM and science. But we also have a social emotional goal that I believe aligns with the ideals of our community, which is to create a greater sense of belonging for our students with our school and community. So how do we do this? It starts with creating pride in oneself, pride in our school, and most importantly, pride in our Boulder City community. Each morning, we school citizenship. We set shared goals together and we take a moment to express love for not only our King students, but also to greet and welcome our future students attending Mitchell. Daily ritual provides an opportunity for those who take part to become part of the broader community of King and eventually as residents of this amazing city. If you're interested in learning more about our goals, I highly encourage you to volunteer at King. We truly believe in the concept that it takes a village to support our youth as they move from the halls of King to the community that we all love, Boulder City. Thank you again to the mayor for the opportunity to share our goals with you tonight, and I hope that you all enjoy the State of the City address.
Welcome to Garrett Junior High School, home of the Bobcats. Our students are encouraged to grow as citizens, excel in academics and individual interests, and achieve their dreams. Our motto is simple: work hard and be kind. These words guide us every day to build character and foster a positive school culture. We are proud to be part of the Boulder City community and partner to strengthen the bonds that make this town special. Academic excellence is at the heart of what we do. We are expanding advanced math classes and increasing enrollment in advanced level math, English, and science classes. Our athletics program is about more than competition. We coach students to grow as responsible athletes, emphasizing teamwork, perseverance, and sportsmanship. Every practice and game is a chance to learn, improve, and build character and champions. Garrett Junior High School is on the journey to becoming a Nevada Governor's designated STEM school. Through hands-on learning in science, technology, engineering, and math, students explore design principles and pursue pathways in robotics, environmental and architectural engineering, and graphic design and production. We are preparing our students for their future, one innovative project at a time. Our goal is simple: to give every Bobcat the tools they need for their future and to become successful, and to soar as eagles.
At Boulder City High School, we're more than a school. We're the cornerstone of this community. Grounded by tradition, our students take pride in building a better future for our city. Our students emphasize community, working together to serve others and create spaces where everyone belongs. We foster relationships that extend beyond these walls, nurturing connections that last a lifetime. Like a family, we support one another in striving for excellence, whether on the field, on stage, or in the classroom. Through scholarship, our students explore their potential, ensuring they're prepared to lead and inspire. Our impact reaches far and wide. At Boulder City High School, we prepare students not just for success, but to enrich the very heart of our city. Boulder City High School, grounded by tradition and inspired for the future.
Stand up and bow. The next slide, the pool, the pooches, and pickleball. These are things we're doing. Obviously, we are close to getting the money we need for a pool replacement, and that is a process. We have wonderful dog parks. I took a little tour on my tour today of the dog parks down at Veterans Park, and there were dogs playing. But interestingly enough, there were 20 fishermen today, this morning, and as one of the things you never do is ask somebody what bait they're using. So I asked, and he showed me the 3 fish that he has and 2 that his wife had caught. And so if you want to go fishing today, it's a good day to go fishing. A lot of people have recognized they planted fish down there. I'm going to go to the next slide. The Ram Cam has a lot of views, and the theory is you can look there, see if the sheep are out, and then you can go down and see them, where you can never do that anywhere else that I'm aware of. And we have a new road that goes behind or parallels Boulder City Parkway, and that will lead to the pending Railroad Museum. Next. We've done an excellent job at streamlining our permitting, and working with Public Works. Wonderful what they're doing now and helping people with their projects. And now I think we ought to go to Jim Gibson's. While we do that, while we're waiting for Jim Gibson to come up, Nikisha Lyon, are you here? She's in charge of doing whatever's good and right in the permitting world.
Hello.
There's Jim.
Hello, I'm Clark County Commissioner Jim Gibson. Thanks to Mayor Hardy for including me in his yearly address to the people of Boulder City. Clark County is a strong partner with Boulder City on regional boards, including the Regional Transportation Commission. The Fuel Revenue Indexing Program has provided Boulder City with over $120 million in funding nearly 24 transportation projects. The revenue also helps fund roadway preservation and maintenance projects throughout the city. The RTC serves more than 800 Boulder City riders weekly. Many residents use this service to go to work, shop, and attend medical appointments. The Clark County Regional Flood Control District has 23 miles of storm drains and channels and 12 detention and debris basins in Boulder City. Since the inception of the Regional Flood Control District, there has been over $39 million in funded interlocal contracts between the county and Boulder City. The Southern Nevada Water Authority serves just over 5 million gallons of water per day and analyzes approximately 360 samples per year in support of Boulder City. The SNWA is currently conducting a feasibility study in coordination with Boulder City to determine the most appropriate method to maximize water reuse within the city, which will help further extend Southern Nevada's water resource through sustainable water recycling efforts. Boulder City residents and businesses alike have converted 54 acres of grass to water smart landscaping through the SNWA's program. This represents nearly 1,000 grass conversion projects that save more than 130 million gallons of water each year. There are an additional 61 Boulder City applicants that are planning conversions in the months ahead. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority puts a spotlight on Boulder City to drive tourism from local drive markets with a focus on Boulder City. Positioned as small town, big adventure, communications lean into the home of Hoover Dam and quaint downtown Main Street. The LVCBA hosts and curates the visitbouldercity.com website with current advertising slogans such as damn good time and so damn much to do. The LVCBA brought the NCAA Division III Golf Championships to Boulder Creek last year and will bring the same championship in 2028. The county provided $175,000 in grant funding toward improving nature trails and interpretive signage, as well as the installation of the Ram Cam at the beloved Hemingway Valley Park. Boulder City is the home of the brand new Healing Center at St. Jude's Ranch for Children, an important not-for-profit organization. This center is such an important and life-changing resource that the county contributed $4 million to the realization of the project. Additionally, through outside agency grants, Clark County continues to provide funding to a number of Boulder's not-for-profit organizations. One of the more popular events in my district each year is our Astronomy in the Park event. After discussions with Councilman Steve Walton, and in light of the commitment Boulder City has to controlling light pollution with the Dark Skies Project, we're planning to bring this year's astronomy event to Boulder City. As you can see, Boulder City and Clark County enjoy a strong partnership, and we remain steadfast in our commitment to the people of Boulder City. We look forward to continuing to work together to better the lives of our residents in the future.
So if there's one thing you're going to take away from all of this is the integration of us Boulder City residents with everybody else in the greater Clark County area. We are involved and we participate, and we're grateful for our city council that serve on boards that are with everybody else. We have the same vote as everyone else, and it shows as we are included in all of the things that we do. We appreciate every one of you. Commissioner Gibson talked about the flood district, and we have the director of the flood district here, Steve Parrish, if you want to stand up. So really have benefited from the association that we have all together. Now, having said all that, we have all of these things that help us with our challenges, physical, mental, Linda Hand Senior Center, Boulder City Emergency Aid, St. Jude's. We have a lot. We have empowered our people, and we've enriched our city, and we do it together as a group. I am so grateful to be the mayor of Boulder City and humbled by able to work with such good people, elected and non-elected. So thank you so much, and may you have a good evening today. Thank you. Now, the big applause is for Holly Webb and Carly Poindexter, who have been able to do all of this stuff and make it happen. And for Tim Kelly, who makes sure that I don't sound too bad. And Lisa. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Go home.